We mentioned the Rams in passing. Hell of a call, sir. I gotta pay homage. That defense is
It's not playing games, man.
dude. What a performance, man.
Brandon Staley's earned himself 3 interviews once they get eliminated. Or, hey, at this point, I think this defense is good enough to carry them to the Super Bowl.
Oh wow, you're getting wild.
No, why not?
The defense, yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, I think at this point, like, if you're a team in the playoffs, you gotta have those aspirations.
And then also, I think if you're leaving that game, and it was something we touched on last week when we were previewing this, man, Akers is a stud, dude.
He carried a load.
Hell yeah.
That offense line was moving people, and I just love the fact, like, you watch a lot of these runs, like the Rams, they'll have like Woods on an end around or Cooper Kupp on an inside sweep. They'll fake it, and they'll just have these receivers going into motion, and you have these linebackers trying to guess. Like Bobby Wagner had a really bad game, and KJ Wright didn't play well. Like those linebackers, they had Seattle just all over the place. They're really disjointed. So, you know, salutes the Rams O-line, but I just love how much Sean McVay, like, to me, Sean McVay knows how to put his offense in high favorable situations. Like the way he helped Goff manage that game and just put the ball in Akers' hands as much as possible, it was a masterful coaching performance. And you really saw why the Rams are such a problem, like why they're so difficult to beat, because between their talent and then their coaching staff, it's the reason why they're this good.
I think this game is going to come down to the matchup between Ramsey and Adams. I really think that that's going to determine who wins this game, because Adams is the be-all, end-all for them offensively. Obviously, Rodgers.
Right.
MVP year for sure. But you take a look at just
That's
what
the workhorse.
Devontae Adams has done. 115 catches, 1374 was the yardage total, 18 touchdowns. We've also mentioned how he's missed 2.5 games.
Right.
And Aaron Rodgers was talking about how, Adams made the 99 club in Madden. Mm-hmm. And he's like, he probably would have broke the Randy Moss record, 22 touchdowns in a year if he would have played. I mean, this guy was dropping multiple touchdown games pretty much all the time, it seemed like.
Right.
He is, I think a lot of people are making the Ramsey-Adams matchup. And I feel like they're kind of discrediting Adams. Like, Ramsey's been so amazing and he's going to shut him down. And everything that Ramsey has done against DeAndre Hopkins twice, DK Metcalf, all these number one receivers he's guarded. But it's like, hold on. Sometimes the wide receiver.
Well, this is the end-all, be-all. This is a number one.
This is the true
Yeah.
number one
This
best
is the true
wide receiver.
WR1, yeah.
And regardless, he's going to see double-digit targets
Right.
because Rodgers is not going to shy away from that. So I feel like, and I see it a lot in the fantasy community when you're talking about like DFS and matchups. It's like, Ramsey defense, Patrick Peterson defense. It's like, bro, sometimes you have a stallion on the outside that's going to win those battles too.
And an offensive coach like Matt LaFleur that knows how to scheme open plays. And Adams does run routes in the slot quite a bit. I wonder if Ramsey will go in the slot with him. I'm not sure. Sometimes outside corners are uncomfortable doing it. Patrick Peterson, Xavier Rhodes in his prime, these were corners that would shadow receivers into the slot. I'm not sure if Ramsey's that type of player. So I think that's one thing to monitor, because you see quite a bit. They'll motion Adams to the slot. They'll put MVS or Lazardi outside, and then they'll run it from there. So, look, Ramsey will shadow him on the outside. You're going to see that matchup a lot. But I do think there might be moments where Adams goes in the slot, and you might not see Ramsey go there. And that might be the moment. Okay, Rodgers, boom. Even though Rodgers is the type of quarterback, he's not fearing anyone. Like, he will take his chances, because the rapport between him and Adams is it's untouchable right now.
This is the first playoff game since the 2011 AFC Championship game to feature a player with more receiving touchdowns than the opposing team allowed in the regular season.
Damn.
So Adams has had a phenomenal season. I think Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I know. I think so too. I know people are going to say Derrick Henry, and everyone knows I love Derrick Henry, but you can't really go wrong with either. But I just think what Adams has done is slightly more impressive.
And also the fact that he missed 2.5 games. Like, you're probably looking at these numbers being more inflated than what they were now.
Right.
Yeah.
But
where are you in this matchup? Who are you favoring?
You still got favorite Green Bay as much as I love the Rams.
No, I meant in this 1v1, because I really think that's what it's going to come down to.
You also have to what's the officiating going to be like? Ramsey is very aggressive. Will they be?
It's a good point.
Yeah, I thought they let things go in that Seattle game. So what's going to happen because I think Adams is the best route runner in the league. He's released off the line of scrimmage, gives everyone problems. He is just so explosive. So I'm wondering just how we got to look at the fishing. Like, what's it going to be like? So I don't know. If I had to give an advantage, I'm going to slightly give it to Adams, but Ramsey's as good as it gets. I think we know that.
In the last 50 seasons, Allen, this is the 4th playoff game in which the passing touchdown leader and the defense that allowed the fewest pass touchdowns that season have matched up. The pass TD leader, the quarterback, 3-0 in these matchups.
Right. And I think the other concerning stat, I think he's like 0-4 with like a QB rating of 58. Under 30-degree weather, Jared Goff, no. Like, who could forget that Sunday night game against Chicago just like 2 years ago? He didn't look like he belonged in the league. Like, something about Goff in cold weather games, it's a huge concern. I know they're going to be like, he's practically a game manager at this point, coming off the surgery, but still, he's going to have to make some throws. And if he can't, you're just going to give Green Bay's offense more and more opportunities. And even though Green Bay's defense is average, or if you want to say slightly above average, they still have players that can make you pay. I think Darnell Savage has had a breakout year. We're talking about top corners. Jair Alexander is right at the top of the list. They still have their front with Kenny Clark and Zadarius Smith and Preston Smith. I think Rashawn Gary, who's kind of a flop last year, he's really come on. He was kind of a questionable first-round pick. He's become a force up front. So Green Bay has players that could change it up. So let's not forget about that. Even though I know the matchup, all the attention's going towards that Packers offense, Rams defense.
Yeah, like their total defense is 9th in the league. This isn't the 27th ranked defense. This is a legitimate defense. I think the fact that it's in Lambeau, I go back to what you said. What game was it that you said Jordy Nelson and Rodgers were talking about? We got to get.
It was Atlanta.
We got to get the NFC title game in Lambeau.
When they got smoked by Atlanta, the Georgia Dome, they were talking about it. Rodgers like, we got to get a game here, and they're 1 win away. Yeah,
man. I think it's going to be too much for that offense. The Rams offense. Yeah. Also, Cooper Kupp didn't practice today at the time of recording.
Aaron Donald has like torn rib. I know he's the Terminator coach, Sean McVay, but like when he got injured, like I don't remember him doing much in the fourth quarter of that game because he got injured like late third quarter, and like I'm not sure, like he barely made it back onto the field. And like I know the Rams skill because we gotta give some love. Like guys like Morgan Fox, Leonard Floyd, Darius Williams had the pick six, like Sebastian Joseph Day. Like they've had so many young players just come on this year. And I know Staley's known for that too high scheme, and like he's putting these players in great positions. But it's incredible just how many of these players emerge because we were talking about the offseason. Oh wow, the Rams lost a lot of star talent, and they've made up for it in a lot of different ways. And this is a team that remember they haven't had a first round draft pick since 2016, so they're really drafting third, fourth round of finding these gems. So I think that's something that you have to admire. But another big thing, especially with the Packers, I think this is their second game without him. No David Bakhtiari at left tackle. And they signed Jared Valdir, which crazy story, who literally just played for the Colts last Saturday.
Why? How did that happen?
Because he was on the practice squad.
So you have his rights still?
Yeah, you could sign him. Like the Bills just signed Devontae Freeman. Salute to Devontae Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
They signed him from the Giants practice squad. So, or I think the Giants just waived him maybe. I don't know, but like I know Freeman's on the Bills now. So they did this with Valdir where if someone's on the practice squad, they could get him in. But here's the crazy thing. He just tested positive for COVID. So now I don't know who's their left tackle going to be. Like they have some offensive line issues. So that's something that you have to monitor because we know this Rams pass rush can get after it.
So you're telling me if I'm on the practice squad for the Chiefs at the start of the year, like say the Chiefs, hypothetically speaking, they took a stab on Antonio Brown. Mm-hmm. And he's on the practice squad, and then they cut him after week 3. And then he goes to Tampa Bay. Yeah. Tampa Bay loses in this round against the Saints. Then they can sign him?
I think you have to be on a practice squad to get signed. I don't know the exact rules, but like Valdir was on the Colts practice squad. He just came out of retirement. Like literally, he was retired. He was coaching high school football. And he played for the Colts a couple games, and their season's over, so...
That's so wild. It's so wild.
Yeah, so Green Bay did it, but now he's just tested positive for COVID. So that would have been a pretty crazy story. He would have been the first player ever to play for 2 different teams in the playoffs.
That's so insane. Yeah, it's not something that you hear all the time.
That's how dire the tackle situation is.
The line is 6.5 in favor of Green Bay. I think it's Green Bay all the way here.
Yeah, the way Rodgers is playing right now, like he's gonna have his lumps. He's gonna struggle a bit. He's probably gonna get hit a bunch, but I just trust him. Efficiency-wise, he'll make enough throws. And let's not forget, Aaron Jones is no slouch. I know that Rams front has been stuffing the run for a majority of the year, but I do think Aaron Jones is such a versatile weapon. And who knows what the weather's going to be like, but you could use them to pass the game. It's just I trust Green Bay enough where it's like, okay, they'll score enough points. And I just Goff. I think I would be way more on the Rams if Goff was simply better. Like I don't think it's like, of course his thumb is a problem, but I just don't trust him, period. And I think this is the game where who knows there's special teams issues because the Rams are like one of the worst teams special teams wise. They've had 3 kickers this year. Mason Crosby is one of the best in the league. So it's just there's too many factors. As much as I love the Rams, where I'm just like things could fall apart. Now I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I could see eventually fourth quarter, Goff, a couple crucial turnovers, and it's a wrap.
So you're going with the Packers as well?
Gotta go with the Packers.
Yeah, me too. I think they cover this 6.5.
This is my second favorite game. I think this is an awesome game.
This Rams Green Bay one?
Yeah. The best one's right after. I'm beyond thrilled for this one.
I do prefer the Saturday slate to Sunday.
Oh, I don't think it's close.
Ravens, Bills.
Woo!
Yo, how about this? It's supposed to snow.
Oh, no, that buzz kills it slightly for me.
Lamar Jackson, I was listening to an interview, and he said that he's never played in the snow. He's never played in that kind of cold weather.
What about Josh Allen? He's from Wyoming. Does it snow?
Yeah, but he's a Buffalonian now, bro. That's it. You're like, Rodgers is from Cal.
Yeah, but he's been in the league for like 15 years.
True. Very good point. Yeah. I mean, Brady
we can't compare. We can't compare a 3-year player to a 15-year player. Like.
Yeah, but when you're in Buffalo, bro.
All right, he's become slowly ingrained to it. Okay, I got you.
All right, fair enough. But Lamar Jackson was talking about like, hope it's not that cold, and I'm already a little concerned. I went to the Giants-Falcons playoff game. You were there as well. We were. Really
I love how you say like, oh, I was there. Like I was there.
Yeah, just subtle shots. I'll never forget in warm-up, I see Matt Ryan do this. And I was just like, yo, that's a wrap.
That's a Boston College boy. He forgot. He's been in the confines of the dome.
Yeah.
Tony Gonzalez told him, like, yo, you all right, bro?
Yeah. And when I saw that, I was like, yo, it's a wrap. And I don't want to get too crazy, but I think if the first thing that Lamar Jackson is thinking about is the weather, sort of a red flag on this one, man.
The thing is, he's not really throwing the ball too much. Like you could tell, like they were really focused on running a lot of RPOs. They were running a lot of pistol. Like it wasn't like they were pushing the ball downfield too much.
Yo, that interception was horrible.
It was, but things happen. You could say the same thing about Josh Allen's fumble. That could have been a real costly fumble.
Yeah.
He needs to be more aware in that situation. Like he was trying to fight off the sack, but it's like ball security. You gotta preserve it. So, I think both quarterbacks. Allen was slightly more fortunate, obviously, but. I don't think it's that much issue. And plus, I think we have to kind of emphasize, like, Bills' defense looking rough. Mm-hmm. I was really disappointed by how they played against the Colts. I thought they allowed Rivers to have too many easy completions.
What about Doyle and the tight ends? 14 passes.
Dude, Mo Alley, Cox, Trey Burton, they're all getting open. Now you're going against Mark Andrews.
Well, Mark Andrews, and then if you get by this game and it goes chalk in the other game, we got to go up against Kelsey. Like, you're not really playing jobbers at tight end, bro. Like,
no.
You got exposed by probably the worst tight ends that you're going to face on this route.
Yeah, and like some of it was scheme, but it was like Trey Burton was beating you. Mo Cox was beating you. And they were running a lot of mesh. Like there were just so many openings. I'm just like, when is a DB going to make a play? I know they were trying to avoid Tre'Davious White, but I was just like, wow, I was really disappointed. I don't think Rivers got sacked once. I know Rivers has a quick release, but I just expected more from Buffalo's defense. And I think that's a real concern going into this game because I think Baltimore's offense, they haven't hit their stride. Like, I don't think they're going to get to where they were in 2019, but I feel like they're finding more of a groove now, especially committing to Dobbins and Edwards as their 1-2 back combo.
Also, it was nice to see Hollywood Brown get going. He
made some nice plays.
It was his first 100-yard game since week 1. Nice time to show up.
Right.
But I think it was something I talked about with Taryn on the Monday show. Lamar Jackson needs to have like 3-4 wow, what the fuck plays in order for them to win.
He's more than capable of doing it.
No, absolutely. Yeah. I'm just saying like the recipe for success for them has to be that. It has to be like a 30-yard run on 3rd and 8 that he picks up or that back-breaking like drive extending where, it might be a 3 and out and then it turns into a 12-play drive.
But I think you got to look at what Frank Reich did and, Harbaugh and Greg Roman, they got to see it like the Colts that first half, they controlled the ball a lot. If they would have capitalized on a couple of red zone opportunities or made better decisions, like they could have won that game. I think Baltimore realizes we have I know they're explosive and you can't completely design a ball control offense, but I think Baltimore realizes, okay, this could be a game where they have 30, 35 times run the ball between, their multitude of ball carriers and obviously Lamar.
Bills Mafia is going to get after it again?
Yeah, they're pretty loud.
Yeah.
They're pretty loud. I was trying to remember because it was kind of Tennessee had a lot of people there. I was like,
Oh yeah,
dude, I was like, whoa.
my friend Jack was there. He showed me a picture. He sent me a video on Snapchat of the crowd. It was like 15 to 20.
Yeah, I was like, damn. And Kansas City's gonna have fans, so it's like, all right, I guess fans are coming in. Like it's different because obviously Pittsburgh didn't have any, so it just you're watching just like, okay, who has what, how many people are here, and just like, oh wow, there's actually a reaction. But I didn't know about the snow though. That's definitely a little concerning.
Yeah, and at night also, I think that's gonna be a nice visual. You know, the Bills being able to play in Buffalo, night games, snow, that could be pretty cool. But this is a Ravens defense that you gotta tip your cap to them what they did last week.
That was a statement.
Hell
Besides
yeah.
the Rams, I thought the biggest highlight or just the most impressive unit last week was the Ravens defense. The way they shut down Derrick Henry, Corey Davis was a complete non-factor, and just the way they were winning on third down. Like I don't know what Tennessee's third down conversion rate, but it had to be below 40%. Like Baltimore was just getting after it. Those DBs were just flying to the ball. And this is going to be a crazy matchup because we know Buffalo quietly won the best receiving corps league. Like, dude, Gabriel Davis is really coming. He made 2 unbelievable catches.
Bro, it seems like he scores a touchdown every week.
Dude, like, I was talking about Cole Beasley's back, John Brown's back, Gabriel Davis. Like, okay, he's a decent deep threat. But no, he was making crucial plays.
I want to pull it up because I feel as if he's scored like a good amount of touchdowns this year, dude.
Well, I know he had that crazy one like it was with Matt Barkley in Week 17. But like 2 of those plays, like dude, Josh Allen, you want to talk about wow plays? He had about 3 of them in that game. The one down the right sideline where everyone thought he was throwing it away, and he somehow hit Davis, and Davis made the tippy tackle catch silence. But then that pump fake on Kenny Moore, and he just flung it. Like there was some Mahomes-esque plays in this game where I'm like, whoa, okay, Josh Allen's operating on their level right now.
How many touchdowns do you think Gabriel Davis has scored this year?
7.
Wow, that's exactly how many he's
I had a
doing.
feeling.
One less than Diggs. Diggs led the team in touchdowns.
Because Brown's been out for an extended period of time, and they have a great chemistry. And besides Kansas City, I don't think there's an offense lead that produces more explosive plays at a consistent rate than Buffalo. Like that's why Brian Daboll's gotten a lot of opportunities. Like you see, he's garnering a lot of interest because they just know how to get those 20-yard chunk plays.
Are we concerned at all at the running backs in Buffalo literally getting 10 carries last week?
Well, Zach Moss is now out for the rest of the playoffs, so
That's why they got
Singletary's going to handle the load. Maybe T.J. Yeldon will get involved, but
T.J. Yeldon,
he's there.
Throwback. No, you're right.
He's there, yeah. So, but Baltimore, just by the way, you want to talk about setting the edge? Like, Pernell McPhee was playing like it was 2014. Calais Campbell's getting after it. Like you want to talk about that front?
Well, Williams and Campbell didn't play the first meeting
So that was
week
huge.
10 or 11 when they played the Titans,
Right.
and then that's why they shut down Derrick Henry.
But I was really impressed with just Pernell McPhee because at this point I thought injuries kind of ruined his career, but he came back with a vengeance, and Ngakoue was doing his thing. And Buffalo's O-line, they're a little shaky. Like you saw, Buckner was causing some damage, and not to get too much in the game, but Darius Leonard was making some plays last Saturday. Man, you want to talk about up there, best linebacker in the league. Darius Leonard's the truth, but I love what Baltimore is doing defensively. And Humphrey, he's going to bring it in. You never know what to expect from Marcus Peters. I want to see Peters and Diggs go at it. Peters is going to take his losses, but a cornerback like him, if he just gets that one interception, if he could bait Josh Allen, who knows what he could do with it? He could take it to the house. That's a game-changing play right there. So I love to see Peters and Diggs go at it.
Yeah, this is definitely the most compelling game of the weekend. I think it's the only one that's a coin flip for me.
It's tough.
I'm going to lean with Buffalo, but it's the only outcome that wouldn't surprise me, is if Baltimore was to win this game. I'd be shocked if the Rams won.
Right. Understandable.
I'd be shocked if Cleveland wins. We'll get to them in a second. And then
other ones, a little coin flip.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's as appealing. I just think just the way both these quarterbacks are playing right now, the Bills' supporting cast, I think they have so many playmakers, and then it's the Ravens' defense. Like that was such a huge statement. Like everyone knows the Ravens' defense is always going to bring it. Like they have more than enough talent to hold their own. But I just think of the way they shut down Derrick Henry. Like that was just a real statement. Like they made Arthur Smith look bad. I thought they completely outcoached the Titans, and the Titans have a good coaching staff. But it goes to show you Harbaugh and Martindale and Greg Roman, as much criticism as he gets, I thought he put together a decent game plan. So it's going to be very fascinating just from a coaching standpoint, because we know Daboll has been getting all the looks and everyone loves Sean McDermott. So I think just there's a lot to like in this one.
This is the 10th instance of 2 teams on 6-game winning streaks meeting in the playoffs, excluding the Super Bowl. The home team is 8-1 in the previous 9 instances.
And Baltimore's been a quiet win streak.
I think it's because they beat
a lot,
the Giants, the Bengals.
That weird Tuesday game against Dallas.
Yeah.
So, I get it.
That Browns win looks a lot better now.
That's game of the year, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'm going Baltimore.
Wow, okay.
I'm
going with Buffalo.
Okay.
Nice little $5 wager for the thrills.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah. Next time we could go out, maybe in 2022, you'll buy the beers.
Why you gotta have that? Why you gotta have that perspective? Come on, man. We're trying to think forward. Forward thinking here, man.